Paul, what animal would be in a British superhero team?
Badger is the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, a human badger would be quite ferocious and accurate.
Ooh, watch out, they nip.
Maybe a fox. Yeah. Oh, he's getting in your bins.
Just as the villain is about to strike the killing blow, you just hear off in the distance, and they go, "Oh, is a woman being attacked in the park at night?" And then that's when Captain London gets in on it.
Captain London comes in and explains why nobody should ever react to that kind of noise. Don't worry, our city just makes that noise. Well, let's get this on recording. Jack sent me a picture of a listing of Guardians on Blu-ray.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty hard to resist. And he said, no, look at the discount. What? £4.95 used was £180.99. I'd pay that.
Now, experience the cinema, mate.
That's as much as the movie cost.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to One Good Thing, the podcast that does have access to rocks whenever it needs to.
Thank God.
I'm Paul Patriot.
I'm the final stage of full bear mode.
Shit, you'll hear that in a minute. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing when we come up with the same thing that we've written it. It might mean there's a limited pool of things to draw from.
I think we are tapering to a point,
We did do it
aren't
for
we?
things, though,
Yeah.
and we could have quoted any moment of that movie.
Yeah, but we made this point during things. It's you can't just choose to quote a moment from that movie, Paul, because it's all the same moment. Nevertheless, I think
it's true.
We are tapering to a point, and it's just going to be word for word verbatim at this point.
It will get to the point where we speak at the exact same time every single word simultaneously, in a moment that I call the cozying.
Paulcronicity. It's just we're workshopping it.
Yeah, that's better. I like that. Oh, God. It's not Recommendations Month. It's not the History Hole. And it's certainly not a Great Movies ep.
Yeah.
It's a regular episode. Play the jingle. And we have elected to spend that episode talking about Russia's answer to the Avengers. It's Sarek. Oh shit, I didn't rehearse that. Andreas Yan's 2017 superhero movie, Guardians.
Let me get this straight. I have 2 weeks to search the entire Soviet world to assemble a team of superhumans. A team to stop a supervillain.
This team you must assemble is our only hope.
That's its own segment now. You not preparing for a foreign name. You make a jingle for that.
Critics reacted to the film like a Russian research group to a bunch of super soldiers.
Well,
best just let them go.
Yeah.
It's the wilderness. Let them spread out.
free now.
Bye, guys.
Arrivederci.
Mariana
Okay.
Fernandez over at Butacha Ancha. Similar to the involuntary laughter that B-series films provoke, resulting in a cold Russian salad of superheroes lacking charisma and personality.
Like a cold Russian salad.
Yeah, I hate those cold Russian salads that you get.
Yeah.
We've all been out. You've had your pierogi. You've had your various types of sausage. And then suddenly it's, wait, try this. No, Sergey. Yes.
Finnish meal. Traditional
Yes, you know.
way. Just lettuce.
Whatever Woody had the desserts. Yes, the cold Russian salad comes after dessert.
Through dessert.
Oh, fuck. I hate you, Sergey. Everyone does. Well, the public, meanwhile, liked it like a high-diving ballet dancer.
Underwhelming.
House. Def 187
Shit.
at Google
Nice
said.
of him to take time out.
I can't believe he didn't get deaf. God damn it. This movie was amazing. Hope there's a Guardians 2 movie soon. When it drops, I'm on it. At the end of Guardians, the woman said there were more Guardians.
It's true, she did. So
She did. She said there are more
she
Guardians.
said it, and she looked right down the lens as she said that. So we know it was directed at us.
There are more Guardians.
all
she
right,
said.
all right. I believe you.
The Guardians shall return in a profitable movie, perhaps. Oh, God. Well, Guardians has 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4 on IMDb, and in spite of its microscopic budget, still managed to lose money. So, Paul, you loner who just happens to possess superpowers.
Duh.
What's one thing about Guardians that made you go full bear mode? You see?
Yeah. Oh, I remember that line.
Yeah.
Susan!
Tell you what, it's a callback.
Nice. That's smart. And saying it was a callback was a callback to the callback. That's what a callback is.
Yeah, that time that we did 20 minutes on callbacks. It was awkward, very unset up.
Halcyon days, mate. Don't tell me they weren't. So,
yeah.
I like it when films after Watchmen have a real like Zack Snyder vibe to them. And the
you got to get that Snydery vibery in it.
Oh, Snyvibery. And the intro had lots of that, but it was at the same time cool, but also Zack Snyder cool. And the 2 points did meet from time to time. And I love that.
Excellent. I mean, you got to love that because film company Big Cinema presents a sad pop song cover presentation of the first 10 minutes of Roland Emmerich's Godzilla. So yes, very Snydery, all in all.
Yes. But this is only a 90-minute movie, Paul, so we've got a lot to fucking cover.
We've got a lot to cover. So the opening credit sequence vaguely implies that there are super soldiers now.
Yes.
Thanks to injections.
Yeah. Stay away from them, kids.
Oh no. Yeah, every injection will turn you into a horrible bear man.
Yeah.
That might be how we get the anti-vaxxers. We just tell them it's the bear potion. Oh, yeah. Sounds awesome. I don't care how many spy bots are in it.
I don't care how...
Want to be a fucking bear, son.
Don't care how much like a crazy communist it sounds, for some reason.
Well, speaking of crazy communists, all of Russia's problems are resolved.
Yay!
Because they've just invented giant CGI robot spiders.
Yeah.
Who are already revolting.
They...
It's been 5 minutes since we turned them on, and they've turned on us now.
Neil Blomkamp made them 7 years ago.
Shaq is looking on from the shadows.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Wearing one as a helmet.
I believe my giant robot monsters. They were intended for love, not evil.
And yeah, what a surprise. They go bloody bonkers, they do. They go blowing up the whole Russian army.
Because Boris Octopus is here. And he's got one or two things that he wants to do.
Yeah.
For right now, I already designed and built my own clone army. I'm sure I can do what I need to without you.
Is this the time we meet our characters now, Paul? Our
I think
fated
so,
guardians?
because,
well, actually, no. I'm sorry. There is. We do get 10 minutes of very, very dull exposition of a scene which is a man sits on a chair.
Well, Bridget Nielsen needs to have things explained to her.
Oh, yeah.
So it turns out that Boris Octopus was jealous of Rimsky Bear Guy. So he decided to piss everyone off until they raided his lab, and he blew himself into a He-Man as revenge.
Worked really well.
Everyone else died, he got turned into the fucking guy from Thinner. So I think it worked out pretty good.
That's a really good pull.
Now Bridget Nielsen has to recruit the super soldiers because
Christ.
that lovely Russian government just let them go after they were done with them, as they want to do.
As they always want to do. It's never too late to revise history, Paul.
I've heard a lot of shit about the KGB, but what people don't realise is that after they've pulled out your fingernails, they let you go. They set you up wherever you want.
Give you new fingernails of gold.
They give you a bear's fingernails.
And a bear's body.
Thanks, Putin. Putin on the Ritz.
Also, I had not Drax down for him, but Guy from Thinner is much better.
I feel like it's got more wide appeal, mate.
Still.
Bridget Nielsen goes to leave, and then turns and says, "One more thing, sir. What's this movie called?" Bwah, 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 bwah.
One more thing, sir. What's the name of my mission?
Bwah, bwah. They cut back to the same scene.
But the final note of the Avengers theme is different, and I go, oh, they hadn't shown the title till now. I could have sworn at least 3 times, but never mind.
There were plenty of opportunities to.
Yeah.
But yes, it turns out this agency are monitoring the internet looking for superhumans.
With the help of Special Agent Anton Yelchin.
Who's Googling furiously. We've got a guy on YouTube who can crack an egg with his ass. Keep an eye on him.
He sounds hot. He sounds dynamite.
No. You might need him.
Hang on, we found Eric Cantona pissing about in a pile of rubble. Let's go and grab him.
Rock dude is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all religious now. Just like Eric Cantona.
Just like Eric Cantona. Yeah, always was.
Probably.
And he did yoga back in the day. Very, very French.
Very progressive. Now, we've also got Voldo from Soul Calibur. He's attacking some bad dudes who are driving their big trucks through a desert. Classic bad guy stuff.
I wrote that as not Bucky, not Nightcrawler's around.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's definitely the Winter Soldier as well.
With Nightcrawler powers.
He has Nightcrawler powers in one scene, which we're coming up on. Otherwise, he seems to just be very fast. Oh, God.
Yeah, like anyway. maybe twice. But look, comic books are all... Marvel and DC rip off each other so much. Who's to say who got there first? Marvel, DC, or Guardians?
Who is actually to say? Speaking of which, here's an original one. It's the guy who's a bear.
Yeah.
It's a bear.
By day, Captain St. Petersburg, and by night, he's just Bear Man. And but he also looks like Rocket, is the thing. Or does Rocket look like the Guardian? Or does Rocket look like the Bear Man?
Oh, you see? Who knows?
Shit, who knows?
Well, look, the three guys have all been introduced in awesome fight scenes, so let's see what they give to the girl one.
Yeah.
She's an extremely popular diver?
Yeah.
Who can go invisible.
When her skin touches water.
Oh, I forgot. I missed that little limit. Of course, it's raining later.
Yeah.
I missed that. God, she's shit.
Yeah, I know, sorry.
She's got so little powers.
Hey,
so
here's another one, says the director. We haven't taught her how to fight, and we're not going to cut away from her at all. We're just going to let her do it. Go on.
Well, yeah, she gets into a bit of a fight against Voldo, who can teleport in this scene, and maybe one other one. We'll find out later.
I reckon 3 more scenes at least, Paul.
Oh my God.
Watch it from the start, count
photographic evidence of this. But yes, so they get recruited, and it turns out that Boris Octopus is making a clone army. Oh shit, he's making a clone army. This could get very boring if we don't do something quick. Send Ewan McGregor to investigate.
Yeah. Oh no, they're all New Zealand. No. So incongruous in a Russian
always?
movie. But New Zealand they are, so they have to act quick to stamp them out. So they have a rousing sort of third act style action scene.
Yes. Well, they get loaded up with radios and electrical gadgets so they can go fight the guy who can control electrical gadgets.
Yeah.
But oh no, somebody's jamming the signal. Who could it be?
I mean, it could be literally anyone, but it's also probably just the guy who does that as a main thing.
But
he probably employs 50 people who do that. Yeah. Anyway, they're very, very easily captured.
Well, the girl is able to walk past some very inattentive guards, but they eventually notice how rubbish she is at this and freeze her.
Yeah.
Using freezing technology they have.
Because she's invisible but has an outline that that we can see. Oh, they have thermal goggles. They hadn't betted on them. The soldiers being in any way well equipped.
Yeah. So with the girl safely frozen, our male heroes kill a bunch of people with varying levels of efficacy and veracity.
Yeah. Some a lot.
Some a lot.
A bit. One of them just gets rocks on his hands.
Well, Boris Bane's Rock Guy, and everyone else gets captured. He leaves Rock Guy. Fuck Rock Guy.
Fuck him. What use is he now?
I'm gonna try and take all their powers, but I don't need.
Yeah, I don't need rocks. You're like,
Bill, move that rock. See?
Yeah, it's easy. Oh, fucking, it's just fucking rocks. We have a prison scene where Captain Bear has an ingenious plan of...
Captain A Bear.
Captain A Bear has an ingenious plan of really obviously hiding a knife behind his back whilst fucking Not Drax is talking to him. And it doesn't work out the way he wanted because he's also behind a force field. There's 2 reasons why that wouldn't work.
Look, there's no pressure, right? Because, hey, I want to take all of your powers. I don't really need them. I've got 7 tanks now.
Yeah. Because I've got 7 powers. Yeah.
So you just fucking stay here and escape later on. So he goes off.
Yeah.
And actually, he has every tank now.
That's
including the little spider ones. So he and his clone army attack the capital.
Ah, shit.
Uh-oh.
God.
Oh, no, and shocking twist. The other army guy we didn't think to mention was a traitor.
Who was he, you might ask?
He was some guy you might see in some of the scenes earlier, whilst Nightcrawler was using his powers for the 2nd and 3rd times.
Oh my God. What act is this?
What act are we in?
What act of violence is this film?
He said to him, "You promised me this wouldn't get out of hand. I trusted you, Boris Octopus."
I trusted you, insane robot muscle man.
John Leguizamo just edging out a scene. You got this. Rock Guy tries to have a moment of humanity in his 4th scene in the movie. He's got a dead kid. That's why he's all religious now.
Oh my God.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I knew nothing. I thought he had some sort of vision of all the stuff he could have had, but then realised that no, he was talking about what did happen. And I went,
you see, it was like a rival.
Still don't care. Oh my God, now I know that, I feel very different about Russia in general.
Well, you're about to, because Professor Michael Gove is here to fix Michael Goff. That is not Michael Gove.
Christ.
Jesus Christ, no.
Future
He's here to
Michael
fuck
Gove.
you, like he did the NHS. He's here to fix rock. He's to do the opposite of Michael Gove and actually heal someone.
Wow, okay. It's fresh.
Yeah.
Never heard that word in the same sentence as that specky fuck's name.
Yeah, well, he heals Rock Dude, whilst Bridget Nielsen just easily breaks into the prison and rescues the team.
Just walks in. Hello. How'd you get in? Door was open. Huh.
The guard was pissing in a different country. Okay. I feel even worse about getting captured. Yeah, you probably should. Well, maybe we should have just sent Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah. She rides a motorbike very quickly later on.
She does.
Always
my
good.
God.
Very exciting.
Oof.
Anyway, they just walk out of the place and...
They do. Well, it's time for a bit of character development.
Well, training montage.
Well, training montage, sure, but first of all, we've got to get some of these characters down. And oh no, a bear is in love with the girl. And also is having trouble not being a bear all of the time.
Yeah, he might just become a forever bear at some point.
He might become a heavy bear, but she just says to him, look, we'll do whatever we can to help you. Just bear with me. Just fucking staring at her.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
so
sorry. You're just a joke. You're a fucking joke to me.
It really just gives me pause for thought. I mean, claws for thought. I mean, big fucking bear twat.
Big bear twat.
Twatty bear twat.
He's just staring at him. He's just there looking poignant.
Turns back to a human. Oh shit, you are quite hot.
Oh shit, you got that weird rectangular face thing going on and the salt and pepper look.
It's a wonder you didn't mistake him for Scoot McNairy, Paul.
He's got something going on. Well, speaking of identical white men, Boris Bale shows up at the professor's lab and fucks up his shit. And also kills him?
He goes to.
That's right. And he unleashes some gas, which might just mutate him into a new hero, the Flying Old Man.
Yeah. It mutates him into the hero, the man who gets up again after a little while when Bridget Nielsen turns up, and he's fine. So that's great.
She taps him for a few rounds of fish and chips. It's all very good. We find out that Boris Bale's plan is to bring down a Cold War nuke weapon that they had.
Shit.
Oh, fuck, that's pretty high stakes. But is it high stakes enough? Well, how about he also wants to control all the tech in the world? Yeah, that's good. Your Fitbit's going to fuck you up if he wins.
Oh, shit. It's a bit like that Simpsons Halloween episode. But let's not think about that.
I knew the day was coming.
And yeah, so to make it even high stakesier, it's on top of the tallest structure in at least the city.
World, probably.
Yeah. Probably the world, because in Russia it's the best. And they've got to go and have a big fight up there.
Well, they do have to have one more character moment first.
Oh, God.
Because Voldo talks about how he accidentally killed his brother in a fight.
My petty jealousy cost me my own brother. I became better than him, then killed him.
It's pretty gauche mentioning that you became better than him. I definitely beat him. He was shit, but I shouldn't have killed him. But just to be clear, I was a lot better than him.
Bridget Nielsen goes, how does that make you feel? And he goes, I didn't see you there. So I thought I was just saying this to myself. It seems kind of weird now for me to mention that, but I barely know you.
Oh, now we do have that aforementioned training montage because we have new suits and rockets for the bear. Yay.
Yeah. Here's the lady's ass.
Yup, your suit makes you impervious to knife. Your suit gives you a big gun. Your suit gives you access to rocks whenever you need them. And your suit really emphasizes your breasts and butt. Which she can go invisible whenever she likes now and make another thing invisible, which is going to be very effective when she doesn't kill anyone later on.
It's going to be very effective for a moment, potentially, before the bad guy goes, oh, this is actually really easy to get around.
There you are.
Hey, look at this. Trousers on a bear.
Fuck yeah, you're not going to see that every day.
My God.
The bear guy gets very angry and goes full bear.
He does go full bear.
He goes full bear. And we have a sequence where the invisible girl rides a bear to the elevator, which is very good.
There's that.
But then Bear Man, after fighting a few people, grows back his legs and trousers.
Yeah. It's also part of the suit. Don't knock Russian tech, Paul.
Invisible girl was made to carry the extra pants. I hate this.
Upper butt.
Society
the beautiful
butt.
Of. So yeah, they get up onto the tower, have this fight, and
Voldo eventually jumps out of a helicopter.
Bano McBain goes and does a run, and it all goes very badly for everybody. But
It really does. Super bad, because...
Eric Cantona's little laser whip thing doesn't work. Oh.
How? How could it not have worked?
Insanely fast man is less fast.
The Guardians gather in order to do combat, but it doesn't work.
They congregate.
Oh shit, though. Bridget Nielsen finds Professor Goff alive. And he tells her that the Guardians can transfer their power to each other.
Oh no!
I need you all to immediately give your powers to the bear. I want a super fast, invisible bear who's in charge of rocks, please, and has access to them whenever he wants.
You give
a great butt.
Give a bear a rock, and he'll cause a settlement some trouble. Give a bear the ability to have all rocks around him and control them at any point in time. It's a good bear.
Shit, son.
Yeah.
You just ended civilization. Earlier on, incidentally, the girl did sacrifice herself to bring down the force field, but then she got better after that.
Yes. So
it turned out she was fine, and so's that bear. It's a bit of a moment there.
Rewired me a bit to find bears sexually attractive.
But yes, they put all the technology in their shit, so they got easily beaten. So I just have a couple of notes from that fight. It's just the hideous mutant techno man punched out a bear and all seems lost.
It truly did.
He grows back his third set of trousers. And then, yes, they all combine powers into one big sonic boom, and it destroys every building in Moscow. Yay!
Yay! Time to rebuild into a true paradise. And yeah, so we get a bit more of Bridget Nielsen looking at the camera weirdly, and everybody stands around going, God, what amazing friends we've all become. I'm glad that.
Oh my God.
I'm glad that the footage of that was too hot to show, and I can't wait for more.
There was a moment where we get news camera footage where we are assured that the Russian government will be taking care of the displaced citizens during the rebuilding.
Yes, you got to.
Which I really appreciated.
You got to get your art made, you know. And yeah, so and they go, all right, well, I'm gonna sod off because I'm shagged. And then Bridget Nielsen goes, hang on, there are more Guardians to come. Da da da.
I want you to know you have our thanks. You are all amazing, but it's not only your superpowers that make you amazing. You've helped me discover that dignity is achieved through friendship.
Yeah.
Especially friendship with you, the state.
Am I watching a Chinese film?
Very little difference.
God.
So yeah, then moody mid-credit where she gets beaten up.
Yeah.
And it's like, who sent you? But then, no, she didn't answer.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're hinting at. They don't have any established law, so...
Not here, mate, in the capitalist nightmare. Well, genuine capitalist nightmare that is the West, but also...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's a very different kind of
Don't
nightmare.
get it twisted. It's a fucking nightmare, but...
Fucking nightmare, mate.
Stupid over there as well.
Oh, but I love it. So...
I'm buying Criterion editions of Crank 1 and 2 as we speak.
With the money I earned ignoring my family. So cool. What did you make of Guardians 2017?
Oh, I'm going to say I had a lot more fun recounting it for the listeners at home, Paul, than I did watching it. The final third tickled me quite right, I've got to say.
Yes, it was, top heavy.
But
top heavy? Bottom?
Bottom. Had a big old butt, big old badonkadonk.
It had a big butt you could get your lips around.
But I found the first 45 to 50 minutes at times disorienting and at times dull. And at times just, what the fuck are you talking about? They haven't established any of this. So it's mostly a frustrating experience, Paul, because maybe I just wasn't laughing enough, and the lack of laughter meant I had the brain space to go, well, this is stupid.
I think that's it, because all that stuff really... Well, the thing is, the problems of the movie are plain to see.
Yeah.
Firstly, and most importantly, they didn't put any characters in it. There are 4 hilariously identical scenes where a character sadly recounts their tragic backstory.
It was 1978 near Sevastopol. That was my first real memory. The doctors couldn't identify me.
What a magical day it was, laughing and dancing at her wedding.
Ksenia, I've been watching over her for a pretty long time. 8 years ago, when I first found her, I saw she didn't remember anything.
I became better than him, then killed him.
Yeah,
but they are all the same bland person. There's no personality.
Yeah, they're 4 people who are defined by the one expression that they have.
Exactly. Not even defined by their powers. One of them can turn into a bear. How do you not characterize that guy?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
When you look at the difference between him and the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
You know, Bruce Banner.
Mild-mannered Bruce Banner. Yeah, as opposed to just smouldering supermodel, which is also every other character in the movie, including background characters.
Yeah, it's a weird, like, Logan's Run feel sometimes.
Is that Russian now? Are they got rid of all their old?
It's more like Nazi Logan's Run. You know how all the kids in the Reader were just really just blonde and attractive? Just that.
Yeah. Well, look, there's no relationship between the characters. There's no fun and games to bond them.
No.
Whenever they get into combat, they're mostly on their own. There's very little like bouncing off of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the action scenes were like Justice League. There's just no sense of place whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like everything seems to be happening in completely unconnected areas that have no relation to anywhere else in the movie. One of them's in a park, one of them's in Swindon, and it's just
really old Swindon. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And there's no real conflict within the team or within the individual characters. No. Everybody's up for it. Yeah. They're happy to take part and only eventually win thanks to a tech upgrade, not because they overcame any great personal boundary.
Yes.
The plot's dull and perfunctory. The world feels unreal from its supporting cast to its environments, and the CGI is laughable, which makes the action hard to enjoy.
Yes.
So, here's why I loved it.
Okay.
First of all, I did watch the dubbed version available on Amazon Prime, and it did have the usual fantastic qualities of voices not quite matching faces.
Oh, amazing.
And some hilariously blunt dialogue.
Attention all of you. Our mission now is to locate the Guardians.
We've analyzed their files, but there's not a lot to go on.
We have several leads that could point us to their possible hideouts.
No locations referred to in any of our reports.
Check our entire database for any unusual reports from all areas, even yellow media.
I've got something here from Western Kazakhstan. Someone posted a video of a person who allegedly moves as fast as the wind.
That video was deleted, but there were some eyewitnesses.
Research that immediately.
In the suburbs of Riga, a village girl claimed that a weird force field altered her consciousness.
Siberia. A group of hunters are tracking some kind of weird animal.
Good. Now narrow it down for a locational match.
In Brest, some school kids found a basement that had talking plants. There's a Kishinev fortune teller that has predicted all cataclysms of the 21st century.
Armenia, close to Mount Ararat. Tourists stumbled onto a rock man who vanished behind a rock slide that came down like a waterfall. This all took place near a village where one of the Guardians lived until '89.
Now it's time to move.
Cool. I see the appeal.
It was very good. Second, it's fucking nuts. Mm-hmm. It's completely straight-faced. There's not a hint of Sharknado-style self-awareness about it.
Yeah.
It's a genuine attempt to tell a Marvel-esque science fiction superhero film.
Yeah.
And it's bonkers the decisions they made.
Yeah.
The powers that they have are either ridiculously over the top, like being a super fast ninja who can cut tanks in half.
Yeah.
Or a bear with a machine gun backpack that auto-aims for him.
Yeah.
Or are just rubbish, like being able to control rocks or nearly turn invisible sometimes.
Nearly on command. Yeah.
As long as she's wet.
It was insane. Just utterly laughable stuff.
It really is. The bad guy looks hilarious in every
God.
scene that he's in.
Just
Those
looks so
little eyes
gormless.
peeking out from the rubber face that he's got. And
he looked like a character in a Ricky Gervais show that should make you feel bad for him.
It was.
You're not terrifying overlords, are you?
No. Every time you smile, I think of Brian Butterfield from Finner, and it's just oh my god, it made my life. And it also it was so earnestly ridiculous that I did find myself laughing a lot, and I think it was helped by the fact I watched it with my flatmate. And this is the first time Jack sat through a whole film. Attentive listeners might remember he watched the first 10 minutes of one of the Gorehouse greats.
This is what you do with your spare time, huh? I'm leaving.
This is your podcast, is it? I'm staying forever. So, and there were some moments that got very, very big laughs from us. Arguably the biggest was the line of dialogue.
In your last fight, your skills were neutralized because you didn't have any access to rocks. With these new improvements to your suit, you will now have rocks available to you at all times.
With this new suit, you'll have access to rocks whenever you need.
Fuck me,
and
that's
it's just
dumb.
a suit with some rocks on it.
Just sellotape too.
It's just strapped on, and it's not loads of rocks. It's like 12 at most. Oh shit. And
well, look at you, got 8, 9, 10, 11 rocks.
It's bought for choice, mate.
Why are you crying?
Like a kid at Halloween. Why are you crying? What's wrong? We thought you really liked this.
Big rocky twat.
And I found it did move at a fucking clip. The Guardians are gathered within 15 minutes of the movie starting, and their first unsuccessful confrontation with the bad guy is by the 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
This is what you can do when you don't spend any time whatsoever on characterization or bonding.
Wasting time, yeah.
wasting time making us care. Then things go badly for a while, and it gets pretty turgid in the half hour through to the hour mark. Then the heroes retool, and we're into the final fight, and it's 90 minutes long, and I swear the credits are playing by the 80th minute.
Yeah, pretty much. It was hard. I think I just found it cringy more than anything. And maybe it's because maybe you internalized the cringe whilst I externalized it in the form of just belting out laughter. Yeah, I think the cringe was there and was strong until Boris Octopus ran screaming and punched out a bear. No, it was when Arceus, Bear Man, Captain A Bear, turned into full bear mode, and he just leaps over this truck and mauls these two people, and the bear is is apoplectic, and it's fucking hilarious. And then Invisigirl rides the bear to the tower, and that's when
just to an elevator,
because and that broke the cringiness, like that broke it finally, and I was laughing, and everything after that was very silly and enjoyable. I just couldn't. Maybe just similarities in, like, to the problems with the Justice League. Both versions.
Oh yeah, I mean it was very Snydery.
Yeah, there was a movement after the sort of Blue Steel X versus Sever bullshit of the 90s or the noughties. Sorry, we also had, like, I guess it began with The Matrix, but then there was big in Russia with Timur Bekmambetov and other things who came over to do Wanted, that bad film. Yeah, and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And it's just that
great film.
Just best film of the year, best film of the film, and just over stylized. Speed up, then slow down again, whiz bang, circus lights of a movie.
But I found but it's also earnest. None of it feels self-conscious. It's all sort of, we know this looks cool, and it's a bear with a machine gun on his back.
Patriotism's cool,
and
kids.
There was a line about the bear mode thing that happened earlier, which really got us as well, where he's something like, because through the whole movie, they don't even really mention the bear thing. He's just a man who can turn into a bear. Nobody really talks about it because no one talks about anything. And then it's time for the poignant heart-to-heart. And I joked to Jack that the heart-to-heart is because you could tell it's fucking happening.
Yeah.
That he was going to say, I'm worried I enjoy being a bear too much. And then that's essentially what it is. Yeah. But the way he phrases it was,
even after I return to being human, I still feel like an animal.
Some animals are better than people.
There, I agree with you. But when I become a bear, I can't speak. All I do is roar. My human side switches off for a few seconds. Especially when I reach the final stage of full bear mode.
Yeah.
And
it's really good.
Wonderful.
It's really, really delicious.
And it's finally just a really interesting insight into what this company decided needed to happen to make a Marvel or a Snyder. Jettison the characters, the sense of light-hearted adventure, the character interactions, the conflict. Yeah. No, what we need is the plot, explained a lot, the action, and the big concepts, and they didn't know how to do any of those.
Yeah, it is worse than the Justice League. I'll give the Justice League that. It's worse than that. Similar problems, though. We could do a franchise.
This could be a There's definitely worse franchises out there. In terms of worse, actually, I was way more entertained by this, and it's shorter.
Yeah.
So in some ways, annoyed. I would say this is better than Justice League.
Yeah, from an objective point of view, in terms of production.
Oh yeah, in terms of filmmaking, it's significantly worse.
Yeah.
There's more characterization in Zack Snyder. There's probably more characterization in Batman versus Superman or Man of Steel.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Suicide
Squad original.
But would it be above the Guardians in my movies of that year? No. And I've said what I have to say on this, I think.
Yep, let's get to quick firing.
Cool. Quick fire.
I will say that his first transformation into a bear was fairly gross. Like, it was his hand, I think, that went beary. And it was kind of icky. And it kind of effectively looked unpleasant.
Yeah, I generally liked the bear transformations. Even the ones where it was just like full body CGI transformations. Yeah. There was just something about the hair slowly. It looked like a not time stop. What's it called? Time
lapse.
It looked like a time lapse video of a plant growing or something. Just all the hairs coming out, and I enjoyed that. Yeah. Despite my hilarious ribbing, I did quite like the intro. It did have the Zack Snyder vibes with the flush, garish palette, but I liked there was a slow pace to it, and it was just very. what's the word? Very, especially comparatively, underplayed introduction to this story with a little introduction that wasn't a voiceover as well, which I appreciated.
Yeah. I laughed a lot at the tank rolling animation. They've got these tanks that are spiders, but they could also like lock their little legs into a wheel and like spin around the place, and that made me laugh a lot.
Oh, that's good.
The first time one of them like spins into view and then takes focus, it was just very amusing.
Aw, we've got to laugh. And you know what? The opening shots of the little mech warrior dudes, I thought looked good.
So bad.
They looked
quite slow.
Yeah,
made them look heavy.
Had that clean, wetter District 9 look.
Yeah,
which I like.
Agreed.
Yeah. You still know CGI, but you're like, that's pretty good CGI.
I also laughed a lot at Boris Octopus's body and face.
Yeah.
We've mentioned it a lot already, but yeah, it was great. I just couldn't help but imagine, because Jack asked if it was CGI, and I was like, no, it's not. It's very obviously someone has perfectly lovingly sculpted those little tits for him.
Yeah. Hours are spent on that. Whole minute. It was an unfortunate seat, and probably could have done with some test runs. The Anton Yelchin guy stood out immediately.
Is that the traitor?
No, the one of the operatives, Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah,
the one who, because they're all giving their exposition very, very quickly with stern faces.
Yes,
and then he gives his. He turns around and he gives flashes a little charming smile, and I was like, you're a human being here, and I like that.
Bit of danger there.
Yeah. Oof. Ooh. Squeaky bum time.
On your guard. Speaking of being on your guard, when Voldo cuts a car in half with a sword, it was quite good because it's implied he cut the guy inside in half.
Yeah.
And then we cut outside and just see the car like crumble over. Yes. And that was quite good.
I like that too.
They did a fair amount of actual practical effects around the terrible CGI.
Okay.
Like, when the terrible tanks are rolling over a car, you can tell it's a real car that the rubbish-looking tank is rolling over.
Better than Shang-Chi.
When the bear... Yes, exactly. And when the bear guy starts tossing people around, those are real, like, people. They don't cut to CGI fucking stand-ins.
Yeah.
You know, it's clear that it's real people doing dives and somersaults and getting pulled around on wires around the rubbish-looking CGI there.
Yeah. You gotta have something, because the moment it becomes full CGI is the moment. It's the
then
bus fight in Shang-Chi. So anyway, that's enough of me bagging on Shang-Chi for today. That's the end of that segment. No.
God, you got so many themes this week.
I know. God, I'm really, really pushing myself. I'm not going to do any of them. So the cars back to the scene of not Bucky, Voldo. For one thing, he does look very, very cool with those massive scimitar-style swords.
Yeah, they look very impractical. They're so curvy. I just thought you're going to stab yourself in the face immediately with those.
Yeah, it's anime cool, isn't it? They're
just so much more dangerous to you.
Yeah. Final Fantasy, it's the Cloud Strife. My sword's the size of my body. Wow, that's cool. Yeah. How does that work? No, shh.
And you put the sword through them.
The car's moving across the steppe as well. It was really great colours. I really like that shot.
Excellent. A little bit of Thing-style terribleness was the abrupt end to the clapping at the diving. Just immediate dead sort of sound on the clapping, and that was good. I like a bit of old-fashioned bad.
Well, you know where you are with that. So there's in the Act 3 and Act 1 storming of the bad guy's house.
Yes.
Voldo does his thing, he disappears, and then he reappears behind a guy whose top half starts to fall off of his bottom half.
Yes.
And that was really cool. Because like the top half of him is like, no, not again.
Now, okay, you made a sassy mention earlier to the fighting prowess of Our Lady.
Yes.
I actually thought she did some good moves. Never in the same shot. But she did do some... her stunt double did some good fights, I felt.
Yes.
It's interesting the circumstances in which the movie was comfortable with a woman fighting. She was very fighty when fighting her friends.
Yeah.
And when she was doing some training later on.
Yes.
But actual frontline combat against the enemy, no. She gets incapacitated immediately in the first fight. And in the second fight, she bizarrely holds up a dead body and makes the bad guy shoot that instead of her, and then runs away.
Yeah.
You wasted some ammo.
Gotcha. Losers.
Suckers.
I will be, to be fair, the training montage was great. It may have been because there was a stunt woman doing it or stunt person, whatever, and they looked excellent. The scene where she's fighting her friends did not look good. There were too many sort of take that like full shots of her very weakly doing like almost an open-handed punch to the side of the head that was very easily blocked.
Were there a couple? Because I mixed this up because we did watch the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye immediately beforehand.
We did watch Lone Wolf and Cub after that, and they have blood.
And I paid no attention to anything. Was there a moment where she did a sort of Natasha Henstridge, whatever her name is from Black Widow style, like leg twisty bits, the twisty leg bits
in the friend fight.
In the friend fight,
maybe there's maybe a couple of flips that looked okay, but it all felt a bit too slow.
Probably that. I love a flip.
Oh, and there were a couple of moments that had Indiana Jones style fast forward feeling.
Love that.
Look how quick they are.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
When there's a fighter jet's advancing on the tower at the end, and the tower has a force field around it, and this jet runs through the shield, and sort of quietly, I guess because it's happening within the force field, it breaks up, like the wing breaks apart, and there's a bit of fire. And because it happens silently, it was very effective, more effective, I would say, than
good stuff.
I think I said infective there, but I meant effective.
It's more infected than any of us have any right to be.
Dude, that is sick. That is thoroughly infected. Yeah, I know, right? Cool. No, yeah, but also hospital. You need to go to one.
Also, get the fuck away from me. Right at the beginning of the what feels like the third act climax.
Yeah.
Where they attack the final bad guy, unprepared. There's some really good shots of the rain. Like it's very rainy, very slow motion, very Zack Snyder, but it's quite affecting. There's some good like little moments of like grim Russian industrial landscape, with this pouring rain, and it was actually quite good, quite beautiful.
Even Zack Snyder movies that we hate, we've always comment on at least 3 really beautiful looking moments.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, there's some really nice looking things in this movie.
I think
like the lady, am I right, fellas?
Oh, fuck yeah! She was very attractive.
She was.
They all were.
They all were. Eric
Cantona.
It's my DILF fantasy.
I would fuck that bear.
I just want to say that I would fuck that bear. I fucked a bear.
I just want to say publicly that I have tried to fuck a bear, and I don't see any reason that should be an issue.
No, the fact that you're still here is the more amazing thing, and I wish people would stop focusing on the wrong part of this. Yes, I tried to penetrate a bear.
I'm not gonna say I'm a hero, but at the very least, I don't deserve to be vilified like this.
Yeah, you should be treated like a hero.
I should be treated like the man who tried to fuck a bear.
A hero. I think that's a good moment to end the episode. But unfortunately, the bloody top brass have requested that I read all of my quickfires, so here we go. When Bucky runs to leap off the back of the plane, it's a great vantage point for the viewer. It's behind him as he leaps, and the camera follows him out. It looks like it's going to be a Mission Impossible jumping off the name of the...
Oh, Burj Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to remember the place that it was, and I couldn't even think. I was just... that airport, fucking...
Do you know? Yes, that's the thing I was trying to remember. I got hung up trying to remember this other thing that I couldn't remember because of the first thing I couldn't remember. What was that? That was... It's just a Russian nesting doll.
Yeah.
That's inescapable.
We're pros, ladies and germs.
I'm getting out of
here all week. Fucking God willing. But it could have been like that, but then it sort of cut to the front.
Yeah.
As he dived, and then it went back to the rear view. And if it were just stuck with the rear view, that would have been a genuinely great shot.
Cool. Good stuff. I thought it was an interesting visual of dragging this giant tower from one place to another by helicopter and by tank. It was like Akira-esque. It was moving super slowly. Obviously, it was terrible CGI, but just this concept, it did quite a good job of the weight, because it could have easily just been a completely weightless style, this giant structure goes flying up in the air and then flying back down again.
Yeah.
But by showing the effort required to move it, it made it seem like a bigger feat.
That's cool. Well, I'm done. I got excited just reading all the stuff. So,
good stuff. All right, I'll quickly finish off. I quite like this one. This one feels like in the spirit of our original quickfire sort of concept. The professor was wearing nice socks. When he's lying unconscious on the ground, he's got some lovely socks on. I feel like the movie's worth checking out for that, if nothing else.
He got up that morning and went, I don't care what happens, I'm going to put on some good socks.
Okay, back to some of the really, really funny So Bad It's Good moments. The bear getting airlifted out of the tower is so good. Because they all have to be rescued by a helicopter. And they just pick up the whole team and everyone straps things around them and they all get lifted up one by one and the bear is the last one to go and it's just a bear hanging from the end of a helicopter. And I just watched it and thought, this is a great movie.
That was a truly wonderful moment. Oh no, they're not gonna. Oh no, they did that. They bloody went and did that.
It's just dangling like.
Fuck me, bears, idiots. It's like Swarm, isn't it? Wait. Saying bees sounds ridiculous. It's too late now. We've made the film.
Oh, shit. Hang on a minute. Bears are inherently funny. Well,
Revenant is my comedy smash of the year.
We've based a lot of our culture around it. He has the line,
"You're all even stupider than I believed!"
which I quite like.
And
said by a ridiculous-looking man with giant foam tits.
And even I think this is ridiculous.
You guys look ridiculous. I like the fact that the scenes in space were silent. When we cut to space in order to see the Cold War weapon.
Yeah.
It's all silent. Oh, I've put quiet bridge moment. I think there's a quiet moment of reflection after they've saved the day, which I quite like.
Oh, the one that I ripped into earlier. I was like, get a load of this one, film fans. This will make you laugh.
Oh, this is that only a chump would like. Finally, I must say, it was quite interesting to watch something set in Moscow. Not many movies do get set in Moscow. Russian cinema...
Mission Impossible when they destroy it again.
Russian cinema really fucking fantastic at the moment. And actually, I read an interesting article suggesting why it might be a good thing that Guardians failed, because it forces Russia to focus on the things it does really well. Although, frankly, I hope they have another go. I'd love to see a challenger to Marvel coming out of Russia or China. That would be very interesting for the cultural differences.
Yeah, definitely.
But just seeing Moscow in full daylight, high definition, it was kind of interesting because it was curious how unfamiliar that environment was to me.
Yeah.
I think that'll just about do it for Guardians.
That'll fucking do it.
Paul, what about the OG team?
Okay, going over to the OG team.
These guys. This
Hang
team.
on.
Which one of them's a bear?
We just had a tweet come in from a fan.
Oh!
Not an OG team related one. Fuck them. For those guys. Okay,
shit.
Kim at KY Kimberly just said, spending our Turkey Day weekend this year with Beyond the Seventh Door and things. Thanks, OGT Pod, for a couple of truly spectacular and baffling recommendations.
Oh,
and we did recommend them. And I like to think that we do most things bafflingly, but this especially so. That is brilliant.
Very happy about that.
On the continuing theme of exploitation, might we get a take on Twin Dragon Encounter or Dragon Hunt?
Well then.
So you just jot those down on your skin, like with all your other ideas?
Onto my face. Twin Dragon Encounter.
Or Dragon Hunt.
Okay, I will look into both of these dragon-related movies.
And thank you so much, Kim. That's amazing.
Thanks, Kim.
No, nothing from the OG team. No one's seen the Guardians from Russia.
Nobody's seen the Guardians?
What?
Oh, well, that's just a crime.
Jesus Christ.
Ugh, well, let's see if we can remedy that with the one better thing.
Yeah.
The one better thing. So I'm going to go with Guardians. I'm going to recommend giving it a watch, simply because I was thinking about all the other big superhero team-ups things, and I couldn't think of anything that really needed the business. I can't think of, like, the superhero ensemble film that's, like, nobody appreciates.
Yeah.
Consequently, I'm just going to say, this is a weird film. It's not good. It is not a good film. I found it very entertaining. It was stupid enough in places and effective enough in, like, little places.
Yeah.
That kept me invested in it for 90 minutes. And I think it's worth checking out. It's just a little curio to see another country have a go at what is a very dominant American form of entertainment. And it's curious to see how that goes down elsewhere. So, yeah.
Cool.
I would check out Guardians of the Galaxy.
Look, it's no Jack and Jill. Check it out. Okay.
Certainly.
Well, what I've been holding on to all week is Timur Bekmambetov's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. No, it's
wow!
Night Watch.
I took you seriously. Night Watch is great.
The movie that made his name in sort of Russian action movies, I guess, and then eventually American ones, based on the novels by Sergei Lukyanenko that tell the tale of the forces that control day and night, battling out and keeping the peace. It's dark. It's real Russia vibes. People. Oh yeah. Swilling vodka and chasing it with slices of sausage, and I always remember the main character Anton after an encounter is rocking up to a bar and just demanding a black beer and needing something dark, and just drinking this dark beer in this dark pub, and it's just visually really memorable, really exciting stuff, and just does some really interesting things with the novel.
It most certainly does. Yeah, really great film. There's the one better thing. The one better thing.
Fuck it, yeah, it is.
Fuck it, yeah.
Fuck it, yeah.
Fuckity yes.
Fuckity yes, everyone.
It's the catchphrase of my new superhero, English person. Fuckity do, he says as he runs into battle in his pants.
Oh, shit. Left me trousers at the dole office.
I was thinking of like an English superhero team and where they might come from. Like you've got 6 places for the event, like the Avengers. So you're gonna have a Brummie, because all of the Guardians, interestingly, get recruited from different parts of Russia. There's like a Siberian one, and there's like a Georgian one, and they come from all over the shop. Different parts of Russia. You heard me, Georgians. So
never forget it.
But yeah, so an English one, a Brummie one, Mancunian and a Liverpudlian probably, so that we don't get the shit kicked out of us.
Yeah.
Geordie. Feels bad to stick to the cities.
Cornwall.
West Country?
Yeah,
Cornwall one.
Penzance. Mike's pasty shop is where we'll find this superhero.
He's a fucking ninja with his butcher's knife. But then I thought, what would the villain be? And I figured the villain would be the standard enemies of Britain. It would be Scottish independence people, Europe in general, Eastern Europe for sending all the immigrants, Syria, Plague Cymru. It would be the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah.
But every single film in the franchise would end with the English superheroes realizing that England was in the wrong and having to take on the English government, with no explanation as to how they get recruited by the English government to fight the next film.
Would the major, like the Thanos-style enemy orchestrating all of this be Jeremy Corbyn, and then they realise at the end, once they'd gotten rid of him, that actually they were better off with him?
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Check it out in the English Avengers. And also check out these different ways of finding out more about our podcast.
Such as Twitter and Facebook, OGTPod. Gmail, send us an email, gmail@ogtpod@gmail.com. If you love our podcast, if you love the frankly baffling recommendations we give out on a weekly basis...
I just suggested you all watch Guardians.
Yeah, you idiots. Go and do it, you massive lunatics. You can get in touch with us on Twitter, any of the things I just said. Why don't you tell a friend? Why don't you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and mean that when people type in one good thing, eventually what will come up on the first or second spot is not that fucking gardening podcast. So
God, I hate her. Jesus Christ, help us take her down.
It's not even anything to do with gardening. Could have been called like Gardening Hour with Fuckety Meg. I don't know. Anything around gardening.
So please send all of your positive reviews of our podcast to Fuckety Meg.
She's been a godsend, actually, in administrative terms. Don't know what we do without you.
She's been really supportive,
Fuckety.
and we need her taken down.
Drag her down to our level.
Dearest Fuckety.
And yeah, thanks so much for getting in touch, Kim, and everybody. And yeah, that was lovely.
We'd love to hear that.
And yes, if you've already spread the word, if you've already left us a review on iTunes, and you've already listened to us on Spotify, where we are now, or the kid like it, you could why don't you check out our Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you get exclusive access to exclusive content, exclusively all of the exclusive time.
Yes.
We very recently had a Star Wars watchumentary come out.
Watchumentary of a great mental collapse. Excuse me, 3 mental collapses.
Yeah, it's great to hear, very promising for all involved, and we've got the recent 50 Pools of Shade come out. We've got some movie reviews in there.
Ooh.
We've got a Let's Play on the cards. Well, it's very very much done and ready to come out in the following weeks on the cards in that sense, and more Paul's pitches again. Oh,
absolutely,
all kinds of shit.
Oh man,
merch. Sticker. You put it over your dad's face. Put it over an exhaust pipe of a car waiting at the traffic lights.
Pig sticker, use it to shiv bitches.
Oh, fuck yeah. Prison shank.
That's the reason I had that over here is, oh, fuck yeah. Fucking hell, Mark. I'm Fuckety Paul.
I'm a baffling Paul.
I wouldn't have it any other way. And remember, the one good thing about Guardians is probably the bit where the Invisible Woman wears a machine gun wielding bear into an elevator. Probably.
Where's one?